Let's take a look right now at the Dodge drives of the game. Look at that. Look at that. Opposite home run. Home run by Josh Fields. 2-run blast. Not to be outdone. Danny Richard. A 3-run home run for Fields and a 2-run home run for Richard. Counting for a lot of scoring late as the Sox have this game tied up at 7. Eric Ibar stays in the game in left field. And there's a new pitcher for the Angels, Dustin Mosley. 4-2 with a 440 earned run average this year. 273 opponents have hit against him.
So the 25-year-old right-hander of Texarkana. He is 6'4", 215 pounds. And Darren Erstad will lead it off with big Jim Thome on deck. Darren hitting at .253, 3 homers. He's driven in 29. First pitch strike. Outfield well around to the left. There's a big gap in right center. And that pitch down low. Start us off right here. That's a good way to start right there. Line shot single into right field. Well, Haynes will get it back in, and here comes big Jim Thome. Thome 0 for 4 today, 0 for 11 in this series in his quest for 500. Shift on. Checks it up. And the count 2-0. Decent lead by Erstad. It just does catch the outside edge of the outside corner. And the count 3-1. Light him up right here. 25. Well, that adrenaline has been flowing in Jim Thome. You can see the difference as he makes his approach to the pitch. Really swinging hard. Well, the payoff. And once again over the first. Outfield really spread out. Well, this tourist playing at the shortstop. Cabrera on the first base side of second. of the Hall of Fame 500 Club, Mercer. Yes! One of the greatest guys to ever play the game of baseball. Just beloved by his teammates.
Fans have been here in support of Jimmy just day and night after night.
'23rd member of the 500 Club. And a ticket to Cooperstown. And let's look at it one more time. His baby boy got it. Congratulations, big man. You got it, the 23rd member of the 500 Club.
Thank you, Hawk. What a great day. What a great feeling. The crowd here, you know, it took some at-bats to get, but you know what? It was worth it. And Toby Hall said during the game, you know, everything happens for a reason. Well, it happened. So, you know, hard to explain. It's hard to explain what's going through me right now.
Well, when we have a shot of Big Chuck Thome, it looked like he said, "My baby boy."
I don't know what he said. I'll ask him later on, but I know he's proud, and my brothers and sisters, and you know, my wife. You know, it just what a great day. What a great weekend. The fans here, you know, every at bat, every pitch, you know, they were in it. And it's tough. It's tough to hit home runs and when people want you to do it, but it sure worked out great.
Jim, could have come on a more special day. The fans all stuck around. You win the ball game, and it's Jim Thome bobblehead day.
Oh my goodness! I tell you, as I said, what a great feeling. And this is something for me personally. I'll cherish this the rest of my life for sure.
Well, Big Jim, you're awesome. You always have been, and you always will be, buddy. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Thank
By the way,
you,
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jim Thome on the 500th home run of his beautiful career. As I mentioned, one of the most beloved guys in the history of this game. You will never hear a bad word about Jim Thome. And right now, let's check out our White Sox Chevrolet player of the game. Indeed, it is Jim Thome. 500 career homers. Our White Sox Chevrolet player of the game. So for my partner, DJ Darren Jackson, for our director, Jim Angio, our producer, Mike Leary, our associate producer, Dave Ross, the mayor, Mean Joe Group, for Mike Mayer up here, for Frank D'Amato, this is the Hawk. Congratulations, Jim Thome.
the crowd and
we'll go back to that in a moment. Here is
just
Jim
the way they
Thome
hung
talking
in
right
there
now
all
at the
weekend
podium.
long, the downs. They had a lot of downs over the weekend, but I would never have imagined doing that, as a walk-off. Just amazing to see your teammates standing there, and it's like a movie script. It really is.
As he said, he believes in destiny. Did you kind of have a feeling coming up that last at bat that maybe something was going to happen?
All weekend long, you're trying to get a pitch. You're trying to get a pitch to do it with, and I had several of them all weekend long, and as it kept going on, I just kept trying to tell myself, relax, just let it happen, and in that situation, especially tied, you're looking for a ball to drive, but I was having a really hard time seeing with the shadows. I really was. He threw me a changeup. He threw me some pretty good fastballs, and it's amazing. It really is. It's hard to imagine doing that in that situation.
After your previous at bat with the team deficit, did you think you'd even get to that ninth inning at bat again?
Well, and that's how you got to commend our club. We battled. We kept fighting back. And as the game goes on, you're thinking about winning the game. Let's win the game. And I wasn't even worried about, was I going to get another at bat or not? I just, you play the game, and how it kind of all plays out, you go with it.
It looked like it took you a couple steps. You were watching it. Did you know off the bat that it was gone?
I knew I hit it good. And about halfway down, I knew it was going to be out. I hit it solid enough, and I liked that it was the left center, because of the shift. They play me the shift all the time. At least I did it to left center. That's what was nice.
Jim, what does it mean to you now that you've actually, you've talked a lot hypothetical about 500, but now you actually have it? What does it mean to you?
I don't think it'll sink in. I really don't. I don't think it'll sink in till I'm home this winter, and you reflect on things. And looking back, you gotta commend all of the great teammates that I've played with. Charlie Manuel, Charlie, Greg Walker, Milt Thompson, all those guys have played a big, big part, especially Charlie. Charlie's been like a father to me in the game, and I know this is a big moment for him. I know he will cherish this as much as I have, because we've been through this grind together a long, long time, and Walk as well. We talk, that's what I do for a living. I'm a DH now, so we talk a lot about hitting and how you're feeling, and the cat and mouse back and forth of what do you think he's going to throw you? What's he got here? How is he going to pitch you different, say, than this guy? And it's a lot of hard work. It really is, and it's a rewarding thing when not only you see your teammates at home play, but you get to win the game in return.
What did he throw you?
To be honest, I think it was a fastball. I was having such a hard time seeing. I just wanted to get a ball on the plate, but slow down. I wanted to make sure that my body wasn't too quick.
Have you talked to the guy who got the ball, and what's his name?
Yes. He's. I'll let Scotty.
In the back of the room.
Yeah, he's right in the back.
We could segue. Is that it in terms of specific questions?
The last pitch, it looked like the one radar gun that was harder than the other pitches he was throwing. Did it feel to you like he would kind of humped up to try to get one past you? Secondly, talking about Charlie Manuel, some people have talked about a time in instructional league when Charlie worked with you and opened up your stance. Do you remember that session like other people do?
I do. I remember when we did it in Scranton. We were playing a doubleheader. I was having a really hard time pulling the ball. My swing was kind of in my early days was designed to hit the ball to left center. I very rarely pulled the ball. It's actually funny because Charlie and I the other day, I called him on the off day, and he was telling me about my first hit that he ever seen was in Kissimmee, Florida, and I got a base hit like a dribbler over the third base bag, and I came in and I was proud, and I sat between him and Buddy Bell, and he goes, yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday. But there's so many things that Charlie and I have done together and have worked on through this process, opening up, squaring back up, to stay on the ball. So, there's countless, even, same thing with Walk. We work Walk reminds me a lot of Charlie in that way that, Very, very extremely positive. Extremely positive.
Jim, what was it that you wrote in the dirt behind home plate before your first?
That was from my mother. I wanted her to be a part of it. And you know, it's very emotional. She's been a part of this, and I know my family they're proud as well. You know, I know she was there today. It's pretty cool.
You ever been carried off the field like that before?
No. I know they were two big guys. It took Jinxie to get me up and then JD, but I was like, what are you guys doing here? I thought they were going to throw me. But no, when your teammates, as I said, when you see your teammates at home plate and then they pick you up like that, and along with probably the greatest fans in sports of in Chicago, I mean, what a great, great feeling. I mean, you couldn't have, written it any better.
We've checked with Elias along those lines, and as far as they can tell, it's the first 500 that was a walk-off. We'll double check, but that's what they're telling us at this point. We got together a couple weeks ago with Jim and Andrea and talked about what would he want to do for the fan who received, who caught the 500th ball. And the gentleman's here, and he'll come down in a minute. But the package that we had put together was basically assuming the person would be from Chicago. It turns out he's from Austin, Texas, and just happened to be here tonight.
That's awesome.
But two of the obviously Jim signed some items for Will. And also two of the things in the package. One of them were 2 season tickets for 2008 for the White Sox. And also Jim has a suite here at the ballpark, and he and Andrea were kind enough to give one of the Cubs Sox games to the fans. So what we've arranged is we're going to fly Will back along with some of his friends, and he'll take in a game next June, I assume, when we're going to be playing the Cubs here at the ballpark. So Will, if you could come up, it's Will Stewart, Stewart, from Austin, Texas.
Congratulations. Good job.
So any questions for Will? Or Will, actually, before we take questions, I think there was something you wanted to say to Jim and present him with the ball.
Yeah, Jim. As I'm from Austin, Texas, and not from the great city of Chicago, and will not be able to use the season tickets, I've asked to donate the season tickets to your charity to use, because it won't be something I can use. So that's the best thing I can think of to give back to the city of Chicago. So
that's great. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you. And in doing so,
actually, why don't you guys stand up? I want to stand up, and why don't you present the ball?
Congratulations.
Thank you. Are there any questions specific for Will?
What brought you up here, Will?
Anything else for Jim, or are we done with Jim?
Yeah, keep him here.
I'm in town for a accounting conference downtown, so I'm in town for another couple days.
How did you decide to come to the game today?
Well, I've always been a big fan of baseball, and one of the things that I really enjoy is I feel like every baseball park is very different from one another, especially when you consider like a baseball or a football or a basketball stadium. And so whenever I go to a new city, I like to try to experience the baseball park and just get the feel and the sense. So I've been going around. I was actually in New York City earlier, so I went to Shea Stadium. I'm actually going to the Braves in a couple days too. So
how'd you end up in left center there?
I went to ChicagoWhiteSox.com and bought tickets online. So luck of the draw.
Good job.
I found that out today when I got to the ballpark, and also I found out about the bobblehead today as well. So it was a big surprise to me just to hear that we could possibly have a record today. So.
Actually, in the hustle to get him down here, he left his bobblehead in the stand. So we told him we think we could take care of that. We'll get him another one.
It actually hit a fan a couple rows behind me, and I caught it on the rebound.
What did you think when you saw it coming your direction?
I didn't really know what to think. It was, I guess I remember seeing the same ball flight because he had hit a couple of balls to that part of the field earlier. And it was like, oh, well, here we go again. But wait a second, it's going back. we actually have a chance on this one. So yeah, then it was just elation just to see that the White Sox won the game, and then oh my God, I turned around and there's the ball. So
Are you a baseball fan in general? Is there a team
I am. I'm actually originally from Baltimore, Maryland, and so my home team's had a little bit some issues recently. So, but I'm a baseball fan.
Here we asked with the sport coat, are you playing hooky from something you're supposed to be at right now?
No, it's just the easiest way to get a coat on the plane these days, more than anything else. It was cool this morning.
Did you just get in today? Did you just get in today?
I literally got in about 10 o'clock today and came straight to the ballpark.
What did it feel like? You just, I mean, a part of history, sort of accidentally.
It's very random. It's very unexpected. Just, I don't know. Yeah, just happy.
Anything else? It is getaway day, guys. So we want Jim to get out of here. Will can stick around if you need him.
Jim, do you know when you'd be making the? Sure. We can get it later. I got it. Check Cooper's time.
And there it is, Jim Thome with Will Stewart, maybe the luckiest guy on the planet here today as he shows up from Austin, Texas. Flew in this morning for an accounting conference, goes to the game by himself, bought tickets today, looks like, ends up catching the home run ball. And I'll tell you this about Jim Thome, the respect people have for him. You very rarely hear any members of the media clapping for anybody because you're supposed to remain objective. And he has endeared himself with the Chicago media, and they were clapping. You heard the claps by the Chicago media. That's how much people think of Jim Thome.
Well, he was very personable with the gentleman that caught the ball. I mean, it's like his next-door neighbor. I mean, that's the way he is. It's the way he comes across. He looks at you. He talks right to you. He doesn't talk around you or ignore you. I mean, he makes you feel everything you have to say is important. But, again, I hope this guy on this conference, I hope his boss didn't watch that. I hope he does have a conference starting tomorrow.
I think it's tomorrow.
That's pretty good. You know, here's a guy that just likes baseball so much that he comes into town at 10 in the morning and says, hey, what? You know, I'm going to go see this ballpark. I haven't seen it. Baltimore, Maryland. He's going to come out and see the cell and just watch a baseball game.
And how about the fact that Jim Thome had agreed or decided before the home run was hit that whoever caught it would get 2 season tickets for the whole season next year. He donates it to Will Stewart, the guy who catches the ball, and he says because he's from Texas, he can't use him. He's going to donate it to Thome's charity.
A couple of nice people at the stage there.
That's a great story. You couldn't script the home run any better. You couldn't script what's happened since the home run any better. Just a great, great story. Great day on the south side of Chicago.